Now it is time for the Missouri 8-Man Football Game of the Week on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live, sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm. For more information on Missouri 8-Man Football, follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Mo8Man Football. There you can also find links on schedule, standings, stats, and history. Also, check out our website at Missouri8manfootball.com. Now we go live to Devin Albertson from Drexel High School for a top 10 WeMo matchup between the 8th-ranked Archie Whirlwinds and the 3rd-ranked Drexel Bobcats.
As we are live here, Archie and Drexel, the opening coin toss. Captains for Drexel, Peyton Popplewell, as long with Garrett Yeager and none other than Jacob Coffey. For Archie, trying to look across the way there to see who their captains are. I see Christian Ward as a captain. And we'll get some more numbers there for Archie as their captains kind of come available here. Quick look around the state at the standings coming into this game. We're in the WeMo Conference, the right side in the middle. We have Archie and Drexel at the top, both undefeated in conference. Archie 4-0, Drexel 3-0 with one conference game, no contest versus Osceola. So both these teams pretty much 4-0 in conference. This is pretty much for the conference title. Jasper sitting there at 2-1 with a head-to-head loss to Archie. Rich Hill at 1-2, Osceola 0-1, Liberal and Appleton City both at 0-3. There's another WeMo matchup tonight. It is Osceola and Appleton City for Osceola's homecoming. In the GRC, 2 undefeated teams still there in conference. In Stanberry and Worth County, King City 2-2 with losses to both of those teams. North Andrew 1-1, splitting after losing to King City earlier this season. They did defeat Pattonsburg. East Atchison leads the 275 conference. The only undefeated team left over there, Rockport, lost to them last week. Mountain City and Southold also 3-1 alongside Rockport. Platte Valley at 2-2. Southwest Livingston 2-3, 1-4 for Nottoway Valley, 0-3 Stewartsville Osborne, and then 0-4 for DeKalb. In the Central River League, you got right now Oric and North Shelby both undefeated in conference play. St. Paul Lutheran at 4-1. They only lost a 6-point loss to Oric to start the year. So a couple of teams to look at over there. And then also in the independents, Bishop LeBlanc and Lockwood are both 4-1. Knox County at 3-2 there. So that's what we have for you guys looking around the state. Also, we look here. I said this early in the before broadcast for the restart here, the media poll. That is the top 10 right now. Stanberry, Worth County, Drexel, and East Atchison tied at 3. North Shelby at 5, King City 6, Oric, Archie 7-8. 9-10 is St. Paul Lutheran and Bishop LeBlanc. Just outside the top 10, Lockwood, North Andrew, and Rockport getting some love still this week in the media poll. It's been a long coin toss, a long discussion there in midfield. As there was the coin toss, and we're still waiting to hear the final discussion and the final word. Again, coaches for both teams, Coach Philip Dean for Drexel and Coach Drew Smith for Archie. Archie wins the toss and will defer to the second half. Trying to figure out which direction they're going to go now. Other captains for Archie, Clay Morgan and Blake Trotter for Archie. So that's your captains there. So Drexel will receive the ball to start this football game.
Who's ready for some Drexel Bobcat football?
As we get ready for the football game here, take a quick word from our sponsor, Brian Lopez.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
That's our sponsor, Brian Lopez State Farm. But now we get ready for the 8-man game of the week. Make sure you guys are following also Christopher Tenpenny at Tenpenny88 on Twitter for tweet highlights from this game as well, as he will be on the sideline. You can see him right there in the white shirt to the right with Spotlight Tenpenny this week, like did Anthony Crane last week. But here, Archie about to kick off and start this football game. It's like Binkler to kick off for Archie. Dangerous back to return is Corey Compton. Already 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns this year. And they will kick it deep and into the end zone for a touchback. As Dayringer and Compton are both back deep for Drexel. So 1st and 10 coming up here for Drexel at their own 15-yard line. Also, a quick score update. Lockwood 6, Liberal nothing early on in that game. So a quick score for Lockwood. As Jacob Coffey will be the quarterback for Drexel coming into this game. Coffey, one of the better players in the state, 426 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Also has 588 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. Include an interception return for a touchdown, a fumble return for a touchdown. He's got 25 scores on the year through just 5 weeks. But here, they'll come out in a pistol set. 2 receivers split to the left. Coffey going to keep it himself off the right side, weaving through the defense and get hit hard at the 20-yard line, taken down. Looks like Clay Morgan on the stop.
Clay Morgan, 8 of 5, 2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5 come up here after a good 5-yard run to start the drive by Jacob Coffey. These Drexel Bobcats made the last 2 state semifinal games, losing to the eventual state champion in both instances in Mound City and Southwest Livingston over the last couple of years. But each year, Drexel gets a little bit closer to their ultimate prize here. They're getting a little more competitive each and every year. Last year, the teams had a really fun district championship game. We'll see if we have that again tonight. 3-man line for Archie. Coffey keeps it himself, going to run off the right side, gets across the line of scrimmage to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Drexel. Jacob Coffey, 60-yard touchdown, the second play of the game, and Drexel goes up 6-0. And Jacob Coffey gets to the open field. He's going to be tough to bring down there or catch, as it's now 6-0 Drexel.
Touchdown Bobcats, and they will go for 2.
As Coffey was an all-state running back last year as a sophomore, now a junior playing quarterback, and they're going to use him quite a bit because why wouldn't you there in that situation? Here we go, same formation for Drexel, 2-point try. It's going to be a quick pass out to the left side, and he's going to be stuffed and short. Billy Law with the reception. 2-point try is no good, but the damage is done. Drexel 6, Archie 0. Quick update from up north, Platte Valley 8, Southwest Livingston 0. That is up in the 275 conference. As we look for some more scores from around the state here early on in this one. As we are still early on, a couple of score updates here at 6-0 Drexel, also 6-0 Lockwood over Liberal, and 8-0 Platte Valley over Southwest Livingston. Garrett Yeager will kick off here for Drexel. It's an onside kick attempt. Ball still loose. Diving down for it near the 35-yard line, and I believe Archie did recover. Compton went flying in there. Hunter Atkinson with the recovery there for Archie, kind of avoiding some disaster there as Corey Compton came flying in and almost recovered that one on the squig attempt. Updates between King City and North and Rockport. It is 8-0 King City in that one early on a Landon Wells touchdown. Here, Archie comes out, 2 receivers split each side. A quick pass out to the right, and he's going to get across the 40 to the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. Quick pass by Briar McIntyre as he finds his such receiver out there, Brady Debrick, a senior receiver with his second reception of the year.
That was number 24, Brady Debrick on the catch for first down yardage. 1st and 10, Archie.
So 1st and 10 coming for Archie. They're coming more of a spread look here early on, trying to spread out that Drexel defense that is number 2 in the state in points allowed right now, and just about a touchdown allowed per game. 2 receivers stacked to each side. Going to bring a man in motion to Sutton. Going to kick it out to Sutton on the quick out route, and he's going to slip and fall. No gain on the play.
Knee touched down right after he caught the ball.
And it's Caden Sutton, a sophomore here for Archie.
Gain, 2nd and 10.
Younger brother of Dylan Sutton, who last year was a great player for Archie. He was actually the WeMo Conference Player of the Year last year. Early score, Nottoway Valley DeKalb. It is 8-0 Nottoway Valley in that one. Double wing here with a couple of receivers split outside. Briar McIntyre going to keep himself up the middle, and he is brought down by multiple Bobcats. First one there is Jacob Coffey. Coffey's the leading tackler on this team with 42 tackles on the year coming into today, including 7 tackles for loss and 4 sacks on the season. Early score between Jasper and Greenfield. It is 8-0 Jasper.
Down.
Third down and 10 coming up here for Archie. McIntyre back to pass. Looking, has his receiver short of the 25-yard line. Excellent open field tackle by Jacob Coffey. Does find Blake Trotter. Sorry, Levi Hunter with the reception there for Archie.
4th and 5.
So 4th and about 5 coming up now for Archie. A big possession here to try to keep pace with his high-powered Drexel offense, number 1 in the state in that category. Receivers pull to each side, double wings. Try a little hard count. McIntyre looks to the sideline, looks at his play card. A 4-man front here for Drexel. Quick pressure, looking down the middle of the field and incomplete, looking for Levi Hunter. And that'll be a turnover on down. After 1 first down, Archie turns it over, and Drexel will take over at their own 27-yard line, or the 28-yard line. Quick update up north. Oric, Worth County, the second best game of the weekend is Worth County 8-0 after a Gladstone to McIntyre 20-yard touchdown pass. About 8:20 to go in that first quarter. But here it's 6-0 Drexel over Archie. Two receivers split out to the left. Shotgun here for Coffey. Coffey keeping himself off the left side, powering through defenders across the 30, up to about the 32-yard line, maybe the 33, gain of about 5 in the play. Braden Daniels and Christian Ward on the stop for Archie. Second down and 5 coming up for Drexel. Now last time Drexel had a second down and 5, they broke off a 60-yard touchdown run. He can only be 47 yards from here. Two receivers split to the left in Law and Compton. Compton on the outside. Going to bring Compton in motion. Coffey drops it for a minute, keeping himself, and he's going to take it down the backfield. Big stop there and big tackle by Blake Trotter for Archie. Kind of a fumble on the exchange there on the mesh point. It'd be a loss of 5 back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 coming up now for Drexel. If someone could comment on the feed if you can hear me all right, that would be great. If you can hear me just fine, just let me know. Thank you very much for watching. But here, 3rd down and 10 from the 28-yard line. As we have Law and Dayringer split out to the left. Coffey in the shotgun. Coffey and Compton. Compton gets the carry. Gets out the left side. Gets across the 30. Across the 35. Near a first down. And I believe they're going to give him a first down as they get up to the 38-yard line. 10-yard run by Corey Compton gives the Bobcats a first down off that left side. Compton came in today with 142 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. But Compton's a lot of his damage in the special teams area. Has 6 special teams touchdowns this year, 3 punt return touchdowns and 3 kickoff return touchdowns. Has 5 from scrimmage, as well with 3 rushing and 2 receiving. So he scores in just about every way possible. And we're looking at the formation here, and I believe Drexel had too many guys in the field. And that'll be a timeout for Archie. We'll take one with them. Thank you, Scott Cavan, Coach Cavan, for comment here. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more action here from Archie and Drexel.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
And we are back here on the Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. Quick update from up north in the 275. It is 6-0 East Ashton over Mound City. 5.5 to go in that first quarter. Also, update down south, Lockwood 12, Liberal 0. About 8 minutes to go in that first quarter as well. So Lockwood just outside the top 10 rankings. We'll see how they do it. Thank you also, Cody, for listening to the broadcast. We have 2 receivers to the left and 2 in the slot here. Compton comes in motion. Coffey's keeping himself up the middle, gets tripped up near midfield. He's able to stumble forward to about the 36, 37-yard line. We'll give him second down at about 7 there. It's kind of a long 6 or a short 7 here coming up for Drexel. Again, 6-0 Drexel here on Jacob Coffey's 60-yard touchdown run. At 6:02 to go in this first quarter. Coffey in the shotgun. He's going to try to get around the outside. Misses a tackle. Does Ward. Coffey gets across the 35 up to about the 25-yard line. So up to the 25-yard line. Another big gain there for Jacob Coffey. And that's one of those plays that's really tough on the defensive end there in the open space against one of the better runners in the state, and Jacob Coffey. And Christian Ward's a very good defensive end for Archie. That's just a really tough play to make in the open field for a big man. Quick update, Stanberry leads 13-0 over North Andrew. And we have another stoppage here. I believe a timeout by Drexel. So a timeout by Drexel. With that, we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to the Missouri 8-Man Football Game of the Week on Facebook Live.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
As we are back here in Drexel, Missouri, top 10 matchup between Archie and Drexel. A couple of updates from the GRC. North Andrew trailing number 1 ranked Stanberry 13-0. And then number 2 ranked Worth County in an out-of-conference matchup versus Orick, who's number 7 in the state. It's 8-0 Worth County. Worth County got the ball within the 5-yard line again, but fumbled. So Orick was able to escape points going on the board that time. So Orick kind of staying alive in that one. But Stanberry kind of imposing their will on North Andrew at this time. We got 4 receivers out to the left. Coffey, we got 4-man box here for Archie. Be back to pass, looking deep down the sideline. Wide open, caught, touchdown! Corey Compton. As Jacob Coffey finds an open Corey Compton for a touchdown. Corey Compton is 3rd receiving touchdown of the year, and Drexel goes up 12-0. So 12-0 Drexel now going for the 2-point try. Last time 2-point try fell a little bit short. And Coffey going to bring Compton in motion. Pick it to Compton. Coffey keeps up the middle, and he's in for 2 for the 2-point conversion. Drexel goes up 14-0. So 14-0 Drexel in this one.
14-0 Bobcats.
And we'll take a quick timeout. We come back, we'll have more action here from Drexel, Missouri.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
As we are back here in Drexel, update from just a little farther south, Jasper Greenfield. Jasper is up 16-0 in that one.
To the steps on the north side of the bleachers at the conclusion of this, your very first quarter. So in about 5 minutes.
Another update from up north, King City up 14-0 on another touchdown run by Landon Wells, the quarterback. As it's now 14-0 King City in that one. Also 14-0 Nottoway Valley over DeKalb. So a couple of scores from up north at 14-0. Drexel kind of onside it last time. Another onside kick attempt. Ball pops up and it'll be recovered by Archie.
Onside attempt is recovered by the Whirlwinds by number 1 Briar McIntyre.
Briar McIntyre with the recovery there for Archie. Also, thank you to Randy Osborne for watching. So he's watching his grandson from Archie, Clay Morgan. They're watching from Arley, Alabama. So the first listener we've got from Alabama, I believe, this year. I know a couple weeks ago when we did Stanberry, King City, we had listeners from Wyoming, South Carolina, and somewhere else. People were watching, some family from long distance away, so I'm glad we were able to bring that to you guys here. But now, Archie went spread last time, now going to go with the I formation look, see if they can power the ball against Drexel. Handoff off the left side, and he's going to be stopped for a short gain around midfield. Looks like Levi Hunter on the run for Archie. Not much going there. Did get a couple across midfield to the Drexel 39-yard line. 2nd and 9 coming up for Archie. One receiver split out to the left. Off balance line to the right. McIntyre in the shotgun. McIntyre back to pass and a flag. False start against Archie. He'll move just a little bit early. Pushing back 5 yards, making a 2nd down and long. Another update, our East Atchison up 12-0 on Mound City at this point.
That'll make it 2nd and 13 after the penalty.
Also another update, it's 19-0 Stanberry over King City. Quick pass out to the right side and in and out of the receiver's hands for an incompletion. 3rd down and long coming up for Archie.
Intended over there on that far side for number 44.
Brock Smith was the intended receiver for Archie. So 3rd down and long coming up here for Archie. Then you get it inside the Drexel 32, almost to the 31-yard line for a first. McIntyre in the shotgun. He's going to try taking himself off the left side and gets across the 40, dives out of bounds near the 35. We'll see where they officially mark it. The official went down on the far sideline. Also, Kurt Morgan, also watching for Clay Morgan from Texas. He says, go Big Red. 4th and 6 coming up or so for Archie from the 36-yard line. He get inside the 32 to about the 31 for a 1st down. Got 2 receivers split to each side. McIntyre in the shotgun. McIntyre under pressure, looking to the outside. Has his receiver. He's going to make the catch as Brock Smith. As he's able to get the 1st down inside the 30 down to the 28. And then also watching former Drexel Bobcat alum Kyle Jones. His comment is Cats by 90. He's been influenced by Northwest Missouri State a little bit too much there with that comment. But nice seeing you, Kyle. So 1st and 10 coming up here from Archie inside the Drexel 28-yard line.
My official spotter placement on the 28.
So 1st and 10 coming up. Quick pass out to the right side. And he's going to be taken out of bounds near the 25 by Law. D-Brick with the reception for Archie. They're going to mark him out at the 26-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Archie.
2nd and 7.
You guys are generous. 2nd and 7. You're generous.
2nd down and about 8 coming up here for Archie.
Yeah, I guess that's all right. You're good. It's close. Hey, you're on the fly.
2 receivers to each side. McIntyre going to bring a man in motion. It's Sutton. Fake to Sutton. McIntyre keeps it. Makes a couple guys miss, but not. Coffee and Popwell will bring him down. First man there in the backfield was Mike Munner. His teammates there in Coffee and Popwell helping bring him down. Lost back to the 29-yard line. Need to get up to the 18 for a first. Third down and about 11.
It's 3rd down.
Two receivers stacked to each side. McIntyre in the shotgun. McIntyre, blitz coming. Finds his receiver, Brock Smith. Breaks the tackle. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Archie. Archie gets on the board. And that's McIntyre to Smith for a 29-yard touchdown. And Archie strikes back, showing some life. Just one missed tackle there, and he's able to get into the end zone. Is Brock Smith. 2-point try coming here for Archie. Receivers split to each side. Wing on each side is Hunter and Sutton. McIntyre back to pass. Looking for Sutton for the end zone, and no good. The 2-point conversion fails. Compton there on the coverage. So it's going to stake Archie 6, Drexel 14. Also, thank you, Debbie Dave Flowers, saying go Whirlwinds on the broadcast. Take a quick timeout. We come back. We got the kickoff coming up next.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
And we are back here in Archie. A couple more updates. Platte Valley up 16-0 on Southwest Livingston, and Jasper up 22-0 on Greenfield. No big surprise in either one of those games so far. Here comes Archie. They kicked it deep last time. They'll kick it deep again. Compton's going to take it at his own 5-yard line. Off the left side, into the open field to the 30, and pushed out of bounds to the 32-yard line. As Corey Compton had a lot of running room there. Very dangerous return man. Right now, probably the favorite for All-State returner with 6 touchdowns in that department on the season. It'll be 1st down and 10 coming up for Drexel. They're 2 for 2 on their drive so far, ending in touchdowns. One, a 60-yard Coffee touchdown run. The other one, a long pass from Coffee to Compton. 3-man line coming for Archie. 2 receivers to the left, Law and Dayringer. Coffee takes the snap, is going to hand it off to Popwell. No gain on the play. Archie did a good job pushing the backfield there. It's an excellent play there by the Archie defense.
2nd and 10.
So I believe it was Clay Morgan there helping on that stop for Archie. One of the first men there. Blitzing from his linebacker position. Donna Ziegler says, this is awesome watching the Royals and the Bobcats at the same time in my kitchen. As Coffee keeps himself off the left side, is going to barrel his way across the 40 down to the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 1 here after they gain a 9 on the 2nd down run. Quick update, Lockwood 20, Liberal 8, and that one still 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
3rd and 2.
3rd down and about 1 coming up here for Drexel. Need to get inside the 36 for a first down. 4 receivers slid out to the left. Coffee keeping himself off the right side, goes out the middle, and brought down across the 30 down to about the 27, 28-yard line. And we have an Archie player down on the field. Tony Farr, I agree with you. Coffee does equal a beast. A very good football player. As the player down for Archie was Braden Daniels. He's going to come off the field on this play. As you got Blake Schroeder and Christian Ward at the end spots, and that will be the end of the first quarter. As it's Drexel 14, Archie 6.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you. This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
Thank you, Randy, for that one. I had my mic off, but that was a first down pass by Coffee looking for Mike Munter with Briar McIntyre in coverage. Also, thank you to Travis Shelton in Fort Scott, Kansas for watching the Drexel Bobcats tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I feel better with that. Just fake the pass and run like crazy.
And if you're looking here on this, let's see what Coffee does here. A little pistol formation. Popplewell in the backfield with him. Coffee's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down for maybe a yard on that play. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Drexel.
Gaining a yard, 3rd and 9.
So 3rd down and 9 coming up here for the Bobcats. Two receivers split out to the left is Law and Compton in a little stack formation. Here comes Compton in motion. Watch for the little mesh point. They're going to fake it. Coffee going to go himself on the right side here. Pick up a block from Compton. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Drexel. Corey Compton with the play of that game. That play was made by Corey Compton being an unselfish player and getting the block on the outside. The pancake block springs Coffee for a touchdown.
Damn, that's how you hit, boy.
Heck of a block there by Corey Compton for Drexel, and Drexel goes up 20-6.
Bobcats line up to go for 2.
2-point try come up here for Drexel. Coffee going to quickly pass out to the right side, and it's going to be just short, looking for Dayringer as he's going to be short of the end zone. So still 20-6 Drexel. Take a quick timeout and have the kickoff coming up next.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816 678-0749.
As we are back here, it is 20-6 Drexel over Archie. Another update. Parker Muff now leads 20-0 in King City over Rockport. That is in the second quarter. And Platte Valley up 22-0 on Southwest Livingston. Worth County scores again, now up 16-0 on Oric on a 61-yard touchdown run by Alex Reinhardt. You can follow Crane_Anthony. Quick kick out to the midfield, going to be caught by a lineman for Archie. Ashton Cowan with the recovery. Also, Mike Flowers in Eufaula, Oklahoma, says go Whirlwinds. I hope I said that Oklahoma town right. But it's going to be 1st and 10 here for Archie from midfield. As receivers split to each side, double wing for Archie. Back to pass is McIntyre, and he's going to be brought down. Slipped up. Mike Munter was bearing down on him. And he's going to be back to inside the own 35 to about the 34-yard line. They're going to make it at the 33, actually. So loss of 7 on the play. 2nd and 17 coming for Archie. It's tough to play from behind the 6 against this Drexel defense. Number 2 in the state in points allowed. Just about a touchdown a game. Only team that's beat them right now is East Atchison, allowing about 2 points a game. As we got receivers split to each side, double wing here with Hunter and Sutton. Bring Hunter in motion. Going to set up a screen to Sutton. He's going to make the catch. He's going to try to cut inside. He's going to slip down. As he's going to be down at the 37-yard line. Gain of 5 in the play. Coffey was in pursuit there for Drexel. So it looks like Archie having a hard time keeping their footing so far in this game. A lot of missteps from the turf monster, getting them a couple of times. It was pretty humid in the pregame. Not sure if any of that condensation coming down here. Also, Brody Julian, former Bobcat, saying go Bobcats from Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Quick pass to Brock Smith. Day-ringer in coverage. And be incomplete. Bring up a 4th down and long coming up for Archie. As I brief Brody Julian, I believe he was on the first team for Drexel that went to the state semifinals. I believe he was on that team. Another update, East Atchison 20, Mound City 0. But here, 4th down for Archie. McIntyre, back to pass, looking deep, left sideline for Smith, and ball sails out of bounds. Incomplete pass, turnover on down. Drexel will take over 1st and 10 in Archie territory. As Archie's defense playing well, playing aggressive, and playing downhill. So 9:31 to go in the second quarter. It's 20-6 Drexel. Greg Martin says go Whirlwinds from Bangor, Maine. So we got Maine, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Alabama, everywhere around the nation watching the game here for a WeMo matchup between the Drexel Bobcats and the Archie Whirlwinds. 20-6 right now, Drexel in this one. And again, if you look here at this formation, this guy right here at the edge of the line is eligible for a pass. And Coffey's going to keep it himself, goes up the middle. He's taken down about the 35-yard line, gain of 2.
Second and 8, ball on the 35-yard line.
So 2nd down and 8 coming up here for Drexel. Now Archie's running a 3-man line here with 2 linebackers and 3 defensive backs to try to account for Drexel's speed on the outside. Two receivers sacked to the left. It's Law and Dayringer. Coffee in the shotgun. Three-man line for Archie. Coffee going to roll out to his right. And he's going to do a little jump pass. It's going to be caught at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Drexel. Jacob Coffey with his best Patrick Mahomes impression, rolling to his right. A little jump pass to Compton, going across the middle of the field, and Drexel scores again, 26-6. So Drexel in complete control right now. And here's a two-point try for Drexel. Popwell up the middle, and he is going to be in for the two-point conversion. Drexel 28, Archie 6. Well, the kickoff coming up next here on the Missouri 8-Man Game of the Week on Facebook Live.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you. This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
As we are back in Drexel, Missouri for Drexel versus Archie for your 8-man Game of the Week on Facebook Live. Number 8 ranked Archie, number 3 ranked Drexel. As Archie will kick off, Yeager to kick off for Drexel. They've tried to onside it every time so far. They're going to kick it deep this time. Be taken at Sutton inside the 15. Going to try to run to the right and then be taken down by Munter at the 20-yard line. Munter and Yeager on the stop for Drexel. And Drexel come back out here on defense. As you'll have TJ Munter, Popwell, along with JoJo Mitchell, Mike Munter across the defensive line for Drexel, Compton and Coffey at linebacker, Dayringer and Law on the outside at corner. McIntyre keeping himself off the right side to be brought down by Munter. Sorry, Popwell on the stop.
Gain of half a yard, 2nd and 9.5.
For Archie across their offensive line, you'll have Clay Morgan, Christian Ward, Blake Schroeder. Second down and 10 coming up here for Archie. They're going to have Hunter and Sutton split out each side, 2 receivers to each side. McIntyre, ball's tipped, intercepted by JoJo Mitchell. 10-5, touchdown Drexel. JoJo Mitchell. The 6'6", 215-pound defensive lineman is able to snag the ball out of the air and puts it in for a touchdown. JoJo Mitchell with the touchdown for Drexel. He gets some love on the sideline from his teammates. An interception return for a touchdown by Drexel, and it's now 34-6. So 34-6 Drexel after the defensive touchdown by JoJo Mitchell of all people. As we have 2 receivers split to the left. Pistol formation for Coffey. Coffey back to pass, looking, going to find it in the flat, and just short of the 2-point try is Trevor Ward. McIntyre with the stop is Drexel 34, Archie 6, with 7:40 to go in this first half.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
As we are back in Drexel, it's 34-6 here. Worth County up 22-0 on Orick, and King City up 28-0 on Rockport. So a couple of scores from around the state that are getting updated here. You can also see all these scores updated on our Google Docs. If you go to Facebook or Twitter, is the pinned post or pinned tweet. You can see the updates there. Also, Nottoway Valley up 22-0 on DeKalb. And Platte Valley up 32-0 on Southwest Livingston. Onside kick attempt is recovered by Archie. Levi Hunter is going to take it across the 35, up to about the 30-yard line. Hard running there for Levi Hunter. They're going to mark him out at about the 31, 32-yard line. Again, it's 34-6 here, Drexel over Archie. First down play come up here for the Whirlwinds. Two receivers split out to the left with Hunter in the slot. McIntyre keeping himself up the middle, gets across the line of scrimmage, going to get into the open field to the 20, to the 15, and knocked out of bounds by Compton and Law. At the 10-yard lines where they're going to mark him out. So it'll be first and goal coming up for Archie with 7:25 to go in this first half.
Just barely inside the 10. Correction, right on the 10-yard line.
And again, King City up 28-0 on Rockport in that 275 GRC crossover game. First and goal come up here for Archie. McIntyre tried to QB sneak it, gets up to about the 9.5-yard line. As it will be second and goal from the 9.
No gain, second and goal from the 10-yard line.
So second and goal come up here for Archie. Update from down south, Jasper 32, Greenfield nothing. One receiver split out to the left is Brock Smith. The only touchdown of the day for Archie is his reception for a touchdown. They put Blake Hunter in the slot on the left side. McIntyre in the shotgun. McIntyre fumbles it and it's going to be brought down. JoJo Mitchell will get credit for the sack. So 6:20 to go in this first half, and it's 34-6 Drexel over Archie. So 34-6 coming up here.
Third and goal from the 16-yard line.
Also an update, Worth County 30, Orick 0. So Worth County having their way with Orick right now. Tamara Stroud says, let's go Whirlwinds. Third and goal coming here for Archie. Throw to Brock Smith. Incomplete. We'll bring up a fourth and goal from about the 16-yard line. Southold at Stewartsville tonight. Southold up 22-8 after a quarter. So under 5:50 to go in the first half here. Drexel in control, 34-6 over Archie. And they're telling them to bump the clock up here. And there we do. Got 20 seconds on the play clock. Two receivers each side. McIntyre looking for the end zone for Brock Smith, and incomplete, but a flag is down. Dayringer was in coverage. We'll see where the flag is here, what the official call is. Pass interference offense against Archie, and that'll be a turnover on down.
Turnover on downs to the Bobcats.
So 34-6 still. Drexel gets another stop. As it's now 34-6 Drexel. 5:40 to go, 5:44 to go in this first half. You can see there on the scoreboard for Drexel. As Coach Dean has this Drexel team looking really good so far here in Week 6. Again, Coach Dean, this is his 5th year as a head coach. Between 2 years at Miami, this is his 3rd year at Drexel. His first 4 years as the head coach, he's actually made the state semifinals every year. This year, he's looking for his first trip to the state championship game, though. And right now, this Drexel team looks primed to make a run here in 2021. Coffee keeping himself off the left side, across to the 30, to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown Jacob Coffee, touchdown Bobcats.
64 yards on that play. Touchdown Bobcats.
So touchdown Bobcats, 40-6 in this one. Jacob Coffee running wild there, another 60-plus yard touchdown run. His 2nd of the game, has a couple of passing as well, as Drexel is kind of flexing their muscles here in the WeMo in this game. And this was kind of Drexel's biggest conference game of the year, kind of their biggest regular season game of the year. They do have Jasper here in a couple of weeks, but Jasper lost this Archie team by a couple of scores, and they're having their way with Archie so far today. 2 receivers split to the left, Coffee in the pistol, with Ward behind him. And Coffee is going to be short of the 2-point line that you gain. Good play by Blake Trotter that time for Archie to stop him short. So that will be the 2-point try. No good. So one thing Drexel has not done well today is 2-point tries. Other than that, they've been pretty stellar in all phases of the game. 5:32 to go in the first half. Drexel 40, Archie 6.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
As we are back here in Drexel, Missouri, another update. Nottoway Valley 26, Nottoway Valley 22, DeKalb 6 in that one. As we get some more updates from here from around the state. Not a whole lot showing up right now that we haven't updated you on. King City up 36-0 on Rockport. No big surprise there. King City kind of flexed their muscles against the Blue Jays. A squib kick here for Archie, and it'll be recovered by the Whirlwinds at their own 23-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for Archie.
1st and 10 Whirlwinds on the 23-yard line.
As North Andrew gets on the board versus Stanbury, it's now 27-6, almost halftime in that one. Kind of a slow second quarter. It was 27-0 after the first quarter. Stanbury was up. North Andrew strikes blood in the second. So 40-6 Drexel in this one against Archie. 2 receivers split to each side for the Whirlwinds. McIntyre back to pass. Looking deep down the right sideline and incomplete. Had a man, just couldn't quite bring it down. Levi Hunter with the target that time for Archie. A beautiful ball by Briar McIntyre. Just couldn't quite bring it down with Levi Hunter. Good coverage there as well by Drexel. Couldn't quite tell who was there in coverage for the Bobcats. Looked like it was TJ Munter possibly there in coverage. Good job by the freshman. And he's going to come out this play actually. As in comes Dylan Fillinger, a senior for Drexel, to play some deep safety against the spread look for Archie. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, Sutton in the wing. Little shovel pass up to Sutton. He's going to be brought down for a short gain. Corey Compton with the tackle. Gets across the 26 up to about the 27-yard line. Need to get up to about the 33 for a first down. Another update, Jasper 40, Greenfield 0. Also 36-0 Northwest Hughesville against Concordia going into the second quarter there. So again, 40-0 Jasper over Greenfield. Another stoppage here. We're going to have a timeout by Archie. We'll take one with them.
4:40 remaining in the half.
Here it's Drexel 40, Archie 6, 4:40 to go in the ball game.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
And as we kind of look at this week a little bit, I want to look ahead as well and kind of look at some games that are coming up next couple of weeks that will be very intriguing for 8-man football across the state. For example, next week is week 7. A couple of interesting games. I look at the schedule. First of all, South Holt, Mountain City in the 275 should be a really fun matchup, and two rival teams that don't like each other very much. Should be a lot of fun. Josh Peterson, the coach at South Holt, actually played at Mountain City, was on the state championship team in '99 and the state runner-up team in 2000 for the Panthers, now coaching at South Holt. That's an important game next week. Let's see here. North Shelby at Stanberry is a very fun, should be about a top 5 matchup, and then also Lockwood St. Paul Lutheran will be playing next week. That will be a fun matchup as well. So uppercomers in the south and the kind of the south central as well with St. Paul Lutheran. But here, 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Sutton was in the wing on the left side. Quick out route to the right side is caught. Fillinger with a tackle.
Pass to number 24, I believe.
Trying to see who meant the reception for Archie. Can't really see his number. He hadn't turned to us yet. Looks like Levi Hunter on the reception.
Levi Hunter, number 35. Great coverage there by Dylan Pillinger, number 17. First down, Archie, 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Another update. It is Lockwood 22, Liberal 8. That's in the about 6 minutes to go in the second quarter there at Lockwood. McIntyre back to pass. Going to take off now at the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Archie.
Touchdown, whirlwind.
A little bit of a quarterback draw / back to pass and just kind of took off. Briar McIntyre, the sophomore, with a big play for Archie. Get their second touchdown of the game, now 40-12 with 4:06 to go in this first half. I'm sure it's a play there during the week that Coach Dean will not like watching on film.
Well, everybody was watching their receiver.
So well done there by Briar McIntyre to take off and get to the open field and get into the end zone for Archie, get there some points on the board. 2-point try here, a little shovel pass to Sutton, and he's going to be stuffed short this time. Compton again on the stop. So it's going to remain Drexel 40, Archie 12, with 4:06 to go in the first half.
40, Archie 12.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
I want to remind everybody here listening on the Facebook Live broadcast that you can also check out the top link on our Facebook and our pinned post on Twitter. Both have links to all the schedules, scores, standings, some history, coaching history, team history, a scoreboard show, all that good stuff. You can see that all there on links to Google Docs if you guys are interested in those as well. Deep kickoff will go into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Drexel at their own 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
Another update up north. It is Nottoway Valley 30, DeKalb 6. Nottoway Valley looking at their second win in the co-op's history. They got a win week 1 versus Stewartsville Osborne. Went on a 4-game losing streak, but now trying to get a win here and back in the win column against DeKalb. Thank you to my mother, Leanne Albertson, for the updates from that game. And Drexel is going to break the huddle with another 10 seconds on the play clock. And we'll have a timeout by Drexel. We'll keep it here for this timeout, just kind of slow getting in there after the kickoff for that first play of the drive. Another update from up north, King City Rockport. King City up 44-0 in that one. King City, after losing last week to Worth County, has spread the ball around a little bit more this week than they have in the weeks past. I know Muff has a couple of rushing touchdowns, but Wells has 3 rushing touchdowns. Also, Ty Mooney with a couple. So they're getting a couple of the guys involved in that King City offense, which is good to see going forward for them. Because they'll need those guys later in the season. District play for them will include teams like Oric and Bishop LeBlond. They get out of that, they could be playing a team like Drexel in the state semifinals. They're on the same side of the bracket. So it'll be an interesting matchup there. If we do get a King City versus Drexel, you'll have 2 of the top runners in the state in Parker Muff at King City and then Jacob Coffey from Drexel. That could be a fun matchup to watch those two guys go at it on the same football field. I've watched them both play live, and they're both just as good as advertised so far this year and last couple of years as well. Another update, Jasper 46, Greenfield 0, but here 2 receivers to the left for Drexel. Coffey in the shotgun. The handoff off the left side to Compton. Compton, big hole. Going to get across the 20, and a flag does come down at the 15-yard line. So a hard run there by Compton, but a flag is down. It'll be a hold against Drexel. Another update, Worth County 36, Oric 0. So a big lead there for Worth County over Oric. This would be a half-distance foul for Drexel. Should go about to the 7.5-yard line or so. The flag was thrown right at the 15. Again, down south it's Jasper 46, Greenfield nothing there in the first half in that one. Jasper looking pretty solid on the year. Their 2 losses, overtime to Lockwood, and then a 2-score loss to Archie a couple weeks ago. Halftime from Barnard, Platte Valley 38, Southwest Livingston 0. First down and long coming up here for Drexel. 2 receivers to the left. Coffey in the shotgun. Low snap. Coffey's going to take it, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Ashton Cowan, the first man there for Archie. Also halftime, Nottoway Valley and DeKalb at 30-6. Halftime score, Stanberry 35, North Andrews 6. So a big lead there for the number 1 ranked Stanberry Bulldogs. So second down and long coming up here for Drexel at their own, say, 5-yard line. Need to get up to the 25 for a first down. Two receivers to the left. Coffey. Back to pass. Under some pressure. He's going to dump it across the middle of the field and incomplete. Looking for Compton. Near about the 5-yard line. Took a hit there after the play. Good pressure that time by Archie. Third and about 20 coming up for the Bobcats. From their own 5-yard line. You get up to the 25 for a first. So third and long. Third and 20. It looks like King City Rockport's on a halftime, 44-0 King City. As we have 4 receivers split to each side again on this play. Watch, this guy right here is eligible for a guard-eligible play. They're going to be Coffey, going to keep himself up the middle and get up to about the 10. Looks like they're trying to get some yardage there between them and the goal line to get a chance to punt. And Archie will take a timeout with 2:40 to go in the first half. Drexel 40, Archie 12. We'll take that timeout here.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
And we are back here 2:39 to go in the first half. It is Drexel 40, Archie 12. We have a punt here coming for Drexel on a 4th and 15, their first punt of the ball game, first time they've been stopped on offense. It's a little punt here, gets across the 30 to the midfield, and then go out of bounds. Keeps it away from Sutton, and they're going to mark him out at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for the Whirlwinds. As it's 40-12, Archie looking to get a score here before halftime to cut into this lead, make it more manageable in the second half. Archie will get the ball to start the second half, so a possible 2-for-1 situation here for Archie. Possibly get a score before halftime, then score again. That could possibly get him within 10 points or so, a couple of scores, if they're able to execute it properly. 2 receivers split to each side. You got Hunter and Sutton in the slots. Smith split out to the left. Debrick to the right. McIntyre back to pass. Looking deep, has a man in Smith and just overthrows him. He was open near the 35. The ball landed about the 32-yard line.
Goes over his head incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 coming up now for Archie. As the play was there to be made. Just couldn't quite complete the pass. So 2nd and 10 coming for the Whirlwinds. 2:29 to go in the first half. Two receivers split to the right, one to the left. Sutton in the wing on the left side. Going to set up a screen across the middle and nearly intercepted. Peyton Popwell knocks it down, nearly intercepts it. And that's a really fun play for Archie. You saw they used it a lot last year with the other Sutton kid, Dylan. He scored on it a couple times last year. I saw in the district championship game. Drexel was ready for it this time. That little screen underneath with that wing guy kind of faking like he's going to go out for a quick out route, then comes back inside for that. So let's see what happens here. Double wing coming for Archie. And he's going to keep it himself off the right side and get brought down by JoJo Mitchell at midfield. So now it's 4th down and about 7 coming up for Archie right at midfield.
Gain of 3, that brings up 4th and 7.
So if you're Archie here, 4th and 7 near midfield kind of decision time. I mean, you're down 28 anyways. If you don't get this, you give Drexel great field position. There are 2 minutes to go in the half. Update, Albany 38, Schuyler County 16. So 38-16 at halftime, Albany over Schuyler. 2 receivers split to each side. Sutton. McIntyre back to pass, going to look to throw, and intercepted near midfield. Now the 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Billy Law with a pick 6 for Drexel. Their 2nd defensive score of the game, and Drexel goes up 46-12. And that's a young quarterback right there. It's a sophomore, Brian McIntyre, trying to do a little bit too much. It's 4th and 7. You're on the road versus one of the better teams in the state. You're trying to make a play. You're trying to fit a ball into a really tight window, and Billy Law makes him pay. Billy Law, with his first interception on the year, is able to return that one for a touchdown. The 5'11", 170-pound junior for Drexel, as Drexel goes up 46-12. And there's not a lot of teams in the state of Missouri that I've watched kind of week in, week out that consistently turn defensive turnovers into touchdowns, in that they do a great job turning defense to offense right away. And here's a 2-point try coming for Drexel. Coffee, back to pass, looking for the back of the end zone, and knocked away. Looking for the big 6'6" receiver in JoJo Mitchell. So 2-point try is no good, but damage is done. Drexel 46, Archie 12.
This broadcast is sponsored by Brian Lopez State Farm in Gladstone, Missouri. For all your auto, home, and life insurance needs, give us a call at 816-678-0749. Tell them Devin sent you.
As we are back here in Drexel, Missouri, it's a 46-12 lead for the Bobcats after a pick six by Billy Law. Also an update, Lockwood 36, Liberal 8. That's in the second quarter. And it'll be a kickoff coming here for Yeager. And be a kickoff to the sideline and go out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Should be first and 10 from the 25 after the penalty for kicking it out of bounds. So first and 10 coming up here for Archie with 1:29 to go in the first half. So should be first and 10 from the 25 is where it should be here. You have two choices. You either go from the 25 or you re-kick. They're going to mark it at the 22 where the ball went out of bounds. It should go up to the 25 or where it goes out of bounds. But they'll just go to the 22 or 23-yard line, I guess, and just go with it from here. Hand off to Sutton. Off the right side, he's going to be brought down. Corey Compton playing a fantastic game at linebacker today for Drexel. Gets the stop. Loss of a yard or so on the play.
Loss of 2.5, second and 12.
Also, Worth County gets a Hail Mary touchdown at the end of the half. Gladstone to Reinhardt, 44-0 Worth County in halftime over Orick. As Worth County, the number 2 team in the state versus number 7 Orick, is kind of flexing their muscles on that one. As four-man line for Drexel, double wing for Archie. Going to bring Sutton in motion. Little pop pass to Sutton, has some blocks ahead of him, and he's going to power his way up to the 26-yard line. And this will bring up a third down for Archie. 35 seconds to go in the first half. There is less time on the clock than there is on the play clock, so they don't have to run another play if they don't want to. Third down and long coming up here for the Whirlwinds.
Oh my God, that's funny. Oh. You said gain of a yard. Oh, 36.
So third down and about 7 or 8 coming up here for Archie.
It was funny. I laughed.
10 seconds on the play clock. Double wing formation. 5 seconds on the game clock. 4, 3. They do get a snap off. This will be the last play of the first half, bearing a defensive penalty. And McIntyre is going to get across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. And that will be the end of the first half. Drexel 46, Archie 12. Now remind everybody that's the first half broadcast. I'm going to shut this broadcast down, charge the iPad up a little bit. We'll come back for the second half coming up in a little bit here. Give us about 15 to 20 minutes and we'll come back for the second half broadcast as it is Drexel 46, Archie 12 in the Missouri 8-man game of the week. For more score updates, go to either our Twitter, Mo 8-Man Football, or you can find links on our Facebook or Twitter to the scoreboard tab. It should be under the same tab with the schedule, standings, and history. You can see the scoreboard there to see scores from around the state as they get updated live. So thank you guys for watching in the first half. We'll come out with second half in about 15 minutes here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live.